This is a story about returning home, about letting go of the fast-paced world to live slower, closer to the Aina. It's about two people, a shared vision, and a piece of land on the west side of Oahu that brought it all together. Before reconnecting in 2023, Mark and I had each traveled solo around the world. Our paths crossed again while heading to a Kora festival in Brussels. Mark had just moved to Germany and I invited him to join me. That trip changed everything. From then on, we weren't solo travelers anymore. Together, we explored over 11 countries across Europe, often wild camping and living simply. Despite all the beauty we experienced abroad, nothing compared to the feeling of home, our Hawaiʻi. In 2025, Mark returned to Hawaii and we began searching for a place where we could build a simple life close to the things we love most: fishing, surfing, and ohana. This is where our journey begins, along the beautiful Waianae coast of Oahu. The mountains are absolutely breathtaking, and the valleys come alive with the cool mountain breeze. You feel it in the cool touch of the summer rains, in every wave you catch, and every killer sunset that shows off the beauty of the skies. There is mana here, and this place is our Hawaiʻi. Mark and I always talked about going back to living a simple life, the kind our grandparents and great-grandparents once lived and raised us in. A life of growing our own food with just enough to share what we have with others, and building memories that are forever cherished while preserving the aloha aina of this place. Although we didn't grow up on the west side, we both have family roots here, and we knew that if we were going to return to a simpler way of living, this would be the place. After much searching, we discovered a small piece of land in Maili with 100-year-old plantation-style homes, and it felt just right. This is the beginning of our story, an effort to return to what truly matters, living a simpler life with more aloha, grounded in caring for ourselves, our community, and the Aina. Tucked inland along the Waianae coast is a small, quiet community called Maili. This is the place we now call home. From above, the land may look dry and desolate, but there's life here. There's a cool mountain breeze that touches every corner of this property. Feeling that mountain breeze is truly a gift, a reminder that this place carries the breath of possibility. This 1-acre property has 4 homes, 2 Quonset huts and 2 plantation-style homes that are 100 years old. Time has worn it down, but we know there is beauty beneath. Our intention is to uncover this hidden gem and restore it to its former glory. Maili and Lualualei have deep roots in Hawaii's Plantation Pass, once home to sugar fields, cattle raising, railroads, and immigrant families who helped build this place. Today, we begin a new chapter on this land. We're not here to change it, but we're here to listen, learn, and care for it.
So this is the property as it is as we bought it. So this house was built in 1933 in Kahala, which is on the other side of the island than where I'm from, and moved here in 2012. And then they constructed this really ugly garage for some reason, never finished it. But let me give you a tour of the grounds. So the property line goes way over there, all the way back there. And all the way past where those boats are. This is one of our tenants' boats. He restores boats, and he has like 5 or 6 boats right now that he's restoring. Those mostly Glass Pro. That's what those are. I think that's a Boston Whaler in the middle, but Anyway, it goes way back there. Lots of junk in this place. So I just want to introduce what we going on. There's some horses over there. Next door is a horse property. A couple horses. And then the other side, I'll go real slow so you don't get sick. There's nobody living behind us, real close. But over there is a, they raise chickens. Let's just say that they raise chickens. So this is the inside of the garage. It's really poorly built, ugly as hell, and we're gonna renovate it to match the house. So you see the house, it's got 1933 vibes. It's a plantation home with a front porch and a back porch. We have a lot of plans which I'll introduce you to, but first we have to clean it so it's sufficient for us to move into. This is the other side of the house. We just had these washer and dryers delivered today, temporarily while we figure out anything better. So you can tell this has just been neglected. It's got all kinds of chiave problems. The foundation of the house is sinking. The floors inside are sloping. It's just trash. There's trash. This is an unpermitted septic system that we're going to have to replace and permit. There's a makeshift fence goes all along the horse property. We'll get rid of all these chiave trees, all the junk trees. Actually, we're going to get rid of almost everything unless it's a fruit-bearing tree. It's coming out. If it's a fruit-bearing tree, we'll leave it and we'll work around it for the landscaping, whether it's relocate or leave it like it is and cultivate it. As you can tell, we're going to have a lot of work to do on the garage. That's going to be my workshop, plus where I'll be storing tools and things like that. Let me introduce you to the home. So this is the main open concept room. Kitchen. Whatever. Dining area. Some kind of living room area. On the left there's 2 bedrooms and a half bath. Bedrooms are pretty small actually. They're not too bad, but they're not that spacious, but it's a rental. So this is the half bath. It goes into the other rooms at Jack and Jill. Here's the other room. You can tell the flooring is terrible, it's sloping, all kinds of issues there. The roof is all jacked up. That's our refrigerator. It won't stop beeping, but right now it's just getting our beer cold. It's got a mix of modern Romex electrical and knob and tube electrical, so the electrical has to be all updated. Same thing in this room. It's a little bit smaller than the other rooms. Actually, that's going to be our master bedroom for now. The bathrooms aren't too bad. This is not a bad bathroom. It's clean, functional. That's all that we really need. This is our storage room for right now. We're going to put tools and surfboards and whatever, fishing poles. The windows are all jealousy windows, probably good 40, 50 years old at least. This is almost a 100-year-old house though, so you have to respect the fact that it's lasted as long as it has. So we're going to return it back to its glory. Little porch down to the back, so we're going to replace this with a porch that goes along the whole back of the house and goes down to the entertainment area, which will most likely be over there because there's not much space between this house and the property line. So As you can see, there's I don't know if chickens had projectile diarrhea or what, but that's, you know, whatever. We'll get it taken care of. Lots of work. We'll go over some of the things that we're going to plan on doing. To the there's the electrical panel there. As you can see, right in the middle of this room, there's a pole right here holding up two beams, this cross beam and the spanning beam. So our intention in here is we're going to take it down to the studs all the way, walls, roof, floor, and vault the ceiling because it has a really nice plantation style pitched roof. Vault the ceiling, replace all the electrical and plumbing, re-sheetrock everything, and put in new subfloor and flooring and windows and doors. Other than that, the house is great. In the front, we're going to expand this front porch, which is already really nice. But we're going to double its size and have it span the front of the house, very reminiscent of old style Hawaiian plantation. And we'll put some planters and rocking chairs and tables stuff here. And here's why. You can see there's the Coolau mountain range over there. So beautiful. So beautiful, especially in the evening when the sun's setting. It's beautiful. So that's what we've been up to. That's why we haven't been posting any videos. And we're trying really hard to get this deal done. It was the most difficult real estate deal I've ever done, and required a lot of steps. And our realtor and lender that's investing in the property, they all gave up about 4 times. And so we just took each hurdle we had to go over, and we solved the problems and got it back on track, and then just in time for another one to keep pitched at us. But we persevered, and so we're a good example of how perseverance pays off. And so what you thought would be the easiest part, which is buying the property, ended up being one of the hard parts. And so we're looking forward to getting started on the project, and we'll keep you guys updated as we progress. So right now we're just cleaning the inside because we're moving into this place tomorrow. So we are going to be living in it while we renovate it. And the other 3 houses on the property are rented out already, so it's good. We have revenue coming in, and the idea is when we finish this one, we'll wait for one of the renters move out, and then we'll move into that one and rent this one out and renovate that one. So that's going to be so it'll be a never-ending progress of renovations. But the good news is, if we learn a lot of lessons on this one, we won't make the same mistakes on the next one. That's our plan. So anyway, thanks for joining the tour.
But before we could even get started on the land, we got our first unexpected welcome. Inside one of the bathrooms was a wild wahine chicken nesting in a sink full of eggs. She must have been there for at least a week, living her best life. So before any clearing or cleaning, Mark's first official job on the property was relocating this feather tenant. As I said about this property, there's life here. We're joining a living place with a story of its own, and this is just the beginning. Aloha.